When I was little, I liked to swim a lot. I was a big swimmer. I liked playing with my friends.
Things that she had always really enjoyed. We were fighting her to get her to go and do those things. And one of her teachers made a comment to me, who happened to be at the pool at the time, "Boy, Sydney's just not the happy little girl that I remember having in first grade." And that was when I really first realized, okay, this is not just us that is seeing an issue. This is a bigger issue, and it's time to probably get her some help.
The way that I was feeling before Orchard Place was I was just alone. That started in like the summer going into 9th grade. I just didn't feel like I had very many friends. I didn't feel like I was wanted.
She started dating a boy that had a history of being abusive, and we had lots of concerns, obviously, about that. And when we talked to her about it, her response was, "You can't stop me. I can do whatever I want to do, and you can't stop me from seeing him." School started her freshman year, and the second week of school, we got a phone call that she had taken an overdose. As the day progressed, we discovered that the boy she was dating also tried to kill himself that day and was in a coma. After discovering that, we decided we needed to take her to the hospital. And probably the hardest thing either one of us have ever done was taking her that first time.
You know, we tried everything. Counselors, different counselors, therapy. And it just got to the point where I think the hardest thing for Jen and I was we had to admit to ourselves that we did not have the skill set to help her anymore. And we needed some professional help ourselves to help us help Sydney. And that's where Orchard Place came in.
When my parents told me I was going to Orchard Place, I was a mess. I felt abandoned, and I felt like I wasn't wanted by my family anymore, and that's why they were getting rid of me. It was hard.
When we first enrolled Sydney at the residential campus of Orchard Place, it was obvious to us that we did not have the skill set to give Sydney the help that she truly needed. I mean, we made the commitment that if we're sending Sydney here to get the help, then we have to help ourselves so we know how to handle this when she comes out. I mean, when you enroll your child here, you're enrolling yourself here too. That's to me is gonna have to be critical. They taught us a new way to communicate with Sydney, a better way to communicate with Sydney that we just didn't have the skill set for.
I think about a month into my stay at Orchard Place is when I started to notice that I was getting back to the girl that I used to be. It took some therapy and a lot of group sessions to realize the girl that I used to be, but I think about a month into my stay is when I really started to go back to how I used to be.
We would not be here today. I don't know where Sydney would be this year if we hadn't been through Orchard Place. It's scary to think about.
I agree.
I know that they're gonna be there for me no matter what, and that they love me, and that they want the best for me.
They changed lives at Orchard Place. In many ways, I think they saved our family. I mean, not only Jen and I's relationship with Sydney, I think they've saved Sydney. They have allowed her to have options going forward. She was on a path of complete self-destruction, and there was nothing Jen and I could do to stop the spiral. It's helped Jen and I communicate better. It's a tough thing to go through, but at the end of the day, our relationship is stronger for it because we've learned how to work together to help Sydney. You've got to get in, you've got to let the process work. It is not a cure-all. I don't want anybody to think that you're going to check them in and however many months later check them out and it's all sunshine and rainbows, because it's not. But you have the tools to manage it, and that's what's important, because before we couldn't manage it. We were outgunned. Now we've got the ability to manage it and to work through things.